Welcome back to the Irish Bandit channel, or if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I, as always, am your host, the one, the only, the second Irish Bandit, and this week on the channel, we are taking a look at another great Ddlc mod. This is a Yuri-based mod, but it has a little bit of everything of all the other girls in the game as well. We get a little bit with Sayori, a little bit with Natsuki, a little bit with Monica. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, but that's one of my big major issues with this mod. But other than that, we're going to be talking about Doki Fallen Angel today, so let's just jump right into it. Just quickly before I begin, I'm going to keep this as spoiler-free as possible because I do post these on the Ddlc mod subreddit, these reviews. I do post them on the Ddlc mod subreddit. So I want to keep this as spoiler-free as possible for people who haven't played these mods. So there you go. If you're planning to play this mod, you can check out my full review and not have to worry about it being spoiled. But let's get right down to the review. The mod basically picks up from the very beginning of Ddlc, where you're in the classroom trying to figure out if you even want to join a club when Sayori comes in and tells you, hey, why don't you join my club? From here on out, it's completely different with brand new dialogue for the most part. There's still some things that are the same as the original game, but the only big difference is you don't get to pick the path you want, be it with Sayori, Natsuki, or Yuri. You're completely focused on Yuri for this entire mod. And I think that was a great thing about the mod itself, is that it really focused more on Yuri, but you still had time to develop characters for the other girls. Like, we dove in a little bit with Sayori and her depression. We talked a little with Natsuki and what's going on with her home life, but mainly focusing on the relationship you have with Yuri. And you do get into a relationship. And the story itself was very, very well done from beginning to end. It told a very good, very cohesive story that I thoroughly enjoyed. Now, there were some things that I didn't like about the mod, but we're going to get into that in a little bit. And I think the best way to go about this is I actually did a written review on the Ddlc mod subreddit for this mod, and I'm just going to go off my notes for that. But before I get into my notes, I know I'm flip-flopping around a little bit, but I wanted to talk about this beforehand. Let's talk about the original artwork in this game. Now, quite a few of the mods do use reused artwork from the original game, but a lot of them also do original artwork as well. Just like Salvation, Fallen Angel has a lot of original artwork that's very well done. It's not... I don't want to slag it too badly, because it is really good, but after the original artwork that was used in Salvation, I thought that the artwork was good. I won't get too nasty as to just say, oh, it was bad, because it wasn't. It was actually very, very well done. Looked very good. There's especially one little bit of original art with the MC and main character and Yuri sharing a kiss that I thought was really well done. So have a quick look at the original artwork in this game. And yes, I am leaving, if you've played Fallen Angel, there is some artwork that I am leaving out. That would go deep into spoiler territory, and we're not doing that. So here's a look at some of the original artwork from the game. So now looking at my review from Reddit, here we go. Things I liked about the mod. Like I said earlier, the story, I felt the story was really well told from start to finish, incorporating the original story of Ddlc while keeping it reality-based, because you didn't have Monica's virtual influence throughout it. So They kept it very reality-based, grounded, and I thought that worked very well for this mod. For the most part, I felt the characters were done very, very well, with the exception of one, but we'll get into that in a second. They still felt like the same characters from the original game. Yuri was Yuri, Natsuki was Natsuki, Sayori was Sayori. That's something I really appreciate about these mods, is that they take a look at the original game and bring those characters into their games and make them just the same as they ever were. Again, except for one, but we'll get in that in a little bit. And I also felt that the length of the game was just perfect. At no time did I feel the game was too slow. Sure, it had parts where it dragged, but they never felt too long. But I didn't feel it was too short either, if that makes any sense, like I said in the review. It felt like the perfect length that a game should be. I wasn't sitting there going, oh, when will this end? I was invested the whole time throughout the entire mod. And I thought that worked very, very well. But what are some of the things that I didn't like about the mod? Let's get into that. So right off the bat, this one's more of a nitpick than anything, but there were some glaring grammatical errors in this game, like spelling mistakes and just mispunctuation. Like I said in the review, for a year in development, it should have been spotted sooner, but like I said, that's more of a nitpick than anything. It really didn't take away from my enjoyment of the game. One of the big things about this game, though, this mod, though, was after playing this, Salvation, and another one that I'll be reviewing a little later on, Exit Music. Well, actually, no, I'll get into that at the end of the video, but either way. With the original Exit Music, I've kind of noticed a pattern between all of them. It's like, and I know this isn't representation of every Ddlc mod, but something I've noticed is that the plot will move along like normally, much like the original game. The MC, main character, will eventually fall in love with one of the girls, be it Yuri, Natsuki, Sayori, whoever, what I've noticed from the games. Some big tragedy will happen, be it with Natsuki's home life, something in here that happens in the game, Salvation, the car wreck, and then the MC will make love to one of the three girls. I found that to be very formulaic, honestly. It's like cookie cutter writing for the most part. Like when I talk about Exit Music Redux on the next review, I'm going to talk about that a little more. So, but it's like I said, I know it doesn't happen with all the mods, but the trend kind of makes me feel a little uncomfortable. Like, if that's what you're going with, that's fine and dandy, but I mean, I don't want to see it in every mod. Like, a few mods, sure. Again, something I liked about Exit Music Redux, I'll talk about that next week. Or not next week, but I'll talk about that in the next review. But yeah, if we can just kind of steer away from that and just have something else. I was going to mention it, but I wasn't going to mention it, but at least with Salvation, it didn't have something horrific happen. And that's all I'll say, is I'm trying to keep this spoiler free. The one thing that I did not like, really did not like about this game, was how they made Monica so unlikable. Because if you look at the original game, yeah, I could go on a big rant about everything that happened in the original game. Do I agree with what Monica did in the original game? Absolutely not. But I don't think that's the point of it. The point of it is realizing that she realized she made a mistake. She was looking for redemption for that after we made our decision to delete her from the game in the original game. So it's not about I'm trying to, how do I word this? It's not about hating her, it's about, or making her unlikable, it's about forgiving her. And I think that's what I took away from the original game. In this game, they just made her just this bitch. There's like no other way I can describe it. Like in the original review, I said another thing I've noticed as well with this and Salvation, but after replaying Salvation, I realized no, that was the character Monica from the original Ddlc. They're just making Monica in this game to be just this evil, wicked bitch, and that's not Monica. Like, I'm sorry, but that's not her, and I'll never defend what she did in the original game, but I will defend her decision to redeem herself afterwards. But that's the one major thing I did not like about Fallen Angel. Ultimately, though, I did really enjoy Fallen Angel. I thought the story was fantastic. Just, aside from the grammatical errors, but we can forgive those. I thought representation of most of the characters was well done, except for Monica, of course. Well, I've already told you about that. The original artwork was very, very good. I was thoroughly blown away by this mod. I thought it was great. I do recommend this one, and giving it on the rating scale, I give it a 4 out of 5. It was really, really good, really, really well done, a joy to play, and if you're a Yuri fan, I would recommend this one. I would, have a box Kleenex and blah, because that ending is very, very bittersweet, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. I will be back with another Ddlc review in a couple weeks. Now, I was originally going to review the original exit music. Very, very good Natsuki-based mod. But unfortunately, I went to download another mod and I put the files of that mod into exit music, so it became very, very confusing. And I had to delete exit music, and I have not been able to find another copy of it since. Unfortunately, it has been removed because of the release of Exit Music Redux. So in 2 weeks, I am going to be reviewing Exit Music Redux in full, and I'll give you my rating for the original Exit Music, and then the full review for Exit Music Redux. And I'm just going to say right now, that was an excellent mod. Exit Music Redux, I personally felt, but we'll get into all that next week. But what did you think of Fallen Angel? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd really love to read all your comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. In the description down below, you are going to see a link to all of my social media, be it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. I'm back on TikTok now. I'll get into that another time. You're also going to see a link to my Redbubble store where you can pick up all your Irish Bandit merchandise. We have added new items. I say we, I mean me. I've added new items, including baseball caps, dad caps, whatever the hell they are, and mouse pads as well. Yeah, that's it. So go check out the Irish Bandit shop for all your Irish Bandit merchandise. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. We are up to 130 subscribers now as of this video. This is just, wow. I didn't think I'd get to 100, and now I'm at 130. So let's keep it going. And if you're already subscribed, tap the bell and you'll be notified whenever a brand new video goes live. I will be back on Tuesday, where I'm going to be talking about all the writing I've been doing, be it my original novel, Shade Falling, or the Ddlc fan fiction that I've been writing. Don't worry, it's nothing, well, I mean, I was going to say nothing too NC-17, but that's not true either. And then I'll be back next Thursday with a great video that I've been looking forward to making, why I think Meteora by Linkin Park is a perfect album. And then again, and like I said, I'll be back in 2 weeks with another Ddlc mod review talking about Exit Music Redux. So I hope you join me for all the videos coming up. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys again very, very soon.